Aye, man. Vasco da Gama, Romario. First of all, pack value. If you have gold Romario and the latest Epic Booster Brazil Romario or the Barcelona Epic Booster one, you obviously don't need this one. Even if you have the gold one, you don't necessarily need them. Short and sweet, straight to the point. This one is slower than all the other Romario cards, but his dribbling, ball control, tie position, finishing, acceleration, balance, especially balance and offensive awareness, it's higher than the gold one, for example. And pack value, look, if you're grinding your coins, playing events, never spend your coins for packs. For Player of the Weeks, yes. I think this week's Player of the Week is pretty decent. If you're a fan of Brazilian League for some reason, okay. But if you don't have any Romarios, not even the gold one, because Romario, it's not a goal poacher. People compare Romario with Michael Owen or Mbappe. He's a fox in a box. I don't think it's fair to compare fox in a box. A very unique fox in a box. He's almost like a hybrid because usually fox in the box players are really tall, clunky, big guys. Romario is short, fast, and nimble. And most people, I can't say Romario's general meta. I hardly see Romario in anybody's team in top 100. Maybe two guys I know use him. And I know they have. His booster technique is shooting, right? Maybe not the best one. But let me show you some examples, thanks to OC who sent it. I don't have them personally. I think we got all three of them trained. Starting with, this is what the current one looks like. As you can see. 96 control. If you compare this Vasco da Gama one with the latest one, the Brazil one, he just has less speed, really, if you know what I mean. But as I said, if you have the Brazil Epic Booster or even the gold one, I don't think you necessarily need this one. Like if you have the gold one you want to upgrade, would you want to have less speed but more offensive awareness and balance? I don't think speed a lot of time is the key factor. Always helps, but most of the time, speed doesn't change my game. A better control, a more elusive, or a big guy sometimes with a flick header. And this is the booster one. You see, the big difference is he's got 90 speed, while the Vasco da Gama one go 80. But this one has 5 points less on balance. And obviously these players are, like this one is within a squad of 88 proficiency manager, meaning any ability that is 85 will get 3+. We covered that in a video on YouTube regarding manager proficiency. And then you have the gold one. You know, this was kind of a veteran bonus. So if you have this gold one and you don't normally spend money, you're fine, man. You know what I mean? This Vasco da Gama one, because it's in a pack of 50 players, I think is a good value. If you are lucky enough to get him less than 30 packs. But it's a gamble. If you end up clearing the agent to get the Vasco da Gama one, and you normally don't spend, maybe Romario is your favorite player. But in my opinion, and I test everything out in a ranked match, I use the variations of players all the time, including one-star players. If you don't spend regularly or much, and you have the gold one, I don't think you need the Vasco da Gama one. Sure, the Vasco da Gama one has 97 balance instead of 88, has 90 acceleration, has 90 control, has 90 type position, has 99 offensive awareness, 7 point less on speed. But I think this gold one is still fine. So this is my opinion on it, straight to the point. And that's what I think of it, man. Wait, what happened to the other one? It disappeared. Other two with Alonso, yeah. So that's how it is. I think in terms of training, that is exactly how I would train him. And because it's one player, now a lot of time you show people this is how I train them, then they ask you about progression points. My advice is you should know a simple calculation how you train players. If you're asking people to show you progression points, that means you need to know the basics of the game. And at the same time, you should know what each ability is. If you know player ability combined with skills is like a universal player training. It's always good to look at other people's training, but if I was using position game, I would have to give him more passing. If I was using long ball counter, I don't need that much speed. If I was a quick counter, sometimes you train players differently. But Romario is focused on the box. I don't think speed is a major thing for him. If he has them, of course it helps more. I think in terms of skills, let's see what he has. Cut behind and turn, soul control. If you want to give him special double touch, we old school PES guys call it ball rule. Officially in the game, it's called special double touch. You can give him flip flap and double touch. But I think first skill comes to mind is double touch. Double touch, one touch pass. He's got first time finishing, acrobatic finishing, dip and shot. Look, for the meta of the game, people give through passing to their striker as well because you don't have fullback to assist. Most of your midfields are defensive one, apart from AMF links up with the strikers. And for me, I don't review everything based on the meta. Not everybody plays meta all the time, every game, every day, every phase. Not everybody cares about the ranking to that extent, which has no reward. So for me, when I review, anything that I do, it's not always meta. For me, I think the fun factor, there's a middle ground. It's not always meta or trash. So through passing for the meta, yeah, it could be good. But I think double touch and one touch pass, those two comes first to mind. And then flip flap with the double touch if you want him to do special double touch. Beyond that, you guys I'll leave the other skills to you guys, like your opinion. What do you guys think here? What do you guys think on YouTube? Doesn't come to my mind quickly right now. Gamesmanship, penalty specialist, acrobatic finishing, dip and shot. Kind of dip and shot as well, actually. I think double touch, one touch pass are the two key that are must. I agree, yeah. So double touch, one touch pass, long range shooting, long range curler. And the fifth one, you can go flip flap. If you want to be able to do a special double control, go with flip flap. But I think for me, outside color is more important. He's already a good dribbler, right? So double touch, outside curler, first one touch pass. And then the other two could be either long range curler or long range shot. And that is my opinion on it, man. I don't have him. I don't think I want to go for him because I don't necessarily need him. I normally just open it just to review it and try him, but packs are getting too expensive, man. And we got to do some Steam upgrades, so I'm going to pass on this one. What's happening, PMI? Good to see you, brother. I didn't review the Showtime, to be honest, because we've had these players before. They're the exact Showtime players that we had before. Difference is they're boosters. Apart from Blitz, every Showtime skill, it's really, they're frauds. You know what I mean? Visionary pass and all that shit. None of these Showtime skills were consistently doing anything. Blitz, I would say, yeah, okay. At least that's something I can control. But between those three, big clunky guy, I never liked him. It's very difficult to... I think with the boost, now you can make him a defensive-minded box-to-box, for instance. But he's not going to be your Kante type of box-to-box. If you give him more acceleration...